Hey friends, I'm Adrienne. Welcome back to Better Days Start Today. It feels really, really good to be back with you. So, the podcast took a little bit of a pause. So, for those of you that have been listening for a while, you have probably noticed that. And I just want to say thank you for sticking around. And I've got some updates to share with you today. Essentially, I've been a little inconsistent with my podcast, but sometimes you got to slow down. And that means taking a break even from the things that you care about deeply. And that's been my reality the past couple months. So, yeah, I'm grateful to be here with you and bringing the show back and giving you an update on everything. There's been some changes as well as far as my content, where it's all living. And I've got a journal question that I have been asking myself every day, and it has been really helpful. So I'm going to share that with you as well. The first update is that Better Days Start Today has moved to Substack. This gives me the freedom to host everything in one place. So I've already got my Substack writing, and I wanted to put the podcast in the same place. It's a little bit easier for me and also for people finding me. So I'm going to be experimenting with video as well. If you go back to the previous episodes here on Substack or YouTube, wherever you're finding me, there's no video, but I'm going to give it a whirl. It seems fun. Seems like I'm going to like it. Maybe not. So I'm going to experiment for a little bit with video. If you are listening on Apple and Spotify, nothing changes for you. You can stay right where you are. But if you want to watch the video version, come on over to Substack or YouTube. And I'm hoping that these conversations, having the video and us, conversing a little bit more is going to help things land more deeply. So we'll see how it goes. I've mentioned, right? Like I'm changing how I'm putting my content out there. This is all about simplifying where and how I show up online. Over the past few years, I have had myself scattered across all these platforms. And it is just too much. Like, I don't enjoy being on social media all the time. I like Substack because it feels a little bit different as far as long form writing, long form content, similar with YouTube, right? The stuff is, although they're shorts now, but content is a bit longer, it's more depth to it. I like that for consumption, and that is how I like to create content. I'm not super in love with like the 5 to 15 second sound bites, though I use them occasionally. I'm not really going to be on all of the platforms. I'm hosting my content moving forward on Substack and YouTube. So that will be writing and video on Substack and then just video on YouTube. And I'm rolling out some communities. And those communities are going to be hosted on School. And I made that choice even though Substack has the ability to do memberships and host community. I made the decision to go to School just because from a user experience, it is a more lively conversation. And yeah, I just like the interaction aspect over there a little bit better than here, at least for right now, here on Substack. Got to keep in mind that people are going to be consuming this in different places. So my content will be on Substack and YouTube. Community will be on School. And it helps me know like I'm only showing up on these 3 places. It's all I need to concern myself with, and I can get my content to work together in a way that is helpful for the person that is listening, that's watching, and it simplifies things for me. We'll see how it goes. If you've been with me on this journey for the last 3 years, then you will know that I like to experiment and mix things up and see how things will go, and then I just adjust accordingly. But for right now, this feels like the right move for me. So with that, I am launching my first community on School, and I do have plans for multiple communities, just FYI. So the first community is going to be the Writing Wild Society. It is a creative sanctuary for women that want to reconnect with their intuition through writing. So we're going to have themed months. There's going to be prompts. There's going to be conversation with each other about what we're writing. the thing is, for me, I use writing to figure out life. Some of it I share, some of it I don't. But that has been true for me since I've been a little girl. I go to the page to kind of figure everything out. And for me, and I don't know if this has ever happened to you, but you have stuff going on in your mind. But once you put it down on paper, then the truth becomes clear, right? It's there in black and white. You cannot ignore it. And I have made a lot of adjustments and pivots in my life based on the truths that I have uncovered while writing. I think that you are one question away from a completely different life, if that's what you want, or a more aligned life. So I like to use writing to ask myself really deep, challenging questions. But in doing that, not just going with what initially bubbles up. It's like really getting below the surface and tuning into my intuition. And that is a practice in itself. So we're bringing the intuition and the writing together within this community. I believe when you can be yourself on the page, you can be yourself in life. So if that feels true for you, the link is in the show notes. I would love it if you would join me over there. I also want to share a short update on my health. And if this is your first time finding me now that I'm on Substack and this is probably popping up, hello. But yeah, for those of you that have been with me for a while, I want to just kind of give a little bit of an update. Over the last year, I have really struggled with my energy. It's been really up and down, and I have had long COVID since I first had COVID in 2020, and I've had recurrences of COVID and some respiratory infections that have flared everything up and caused a lot of inflammation in my body. I've also had heart arrhythmias. Some days are completely fine, right? I wake up, I feel good. Never like 100%, but I feel good. And then other days, I have got like a tiny bit of energy. Once I use it, I got to lay down. Like the day is tough, not get much done. So I've got a heart ablation scheduled for early January. And hopefully that will help with the arrhythmias and some of the quality of life issues I have been dealing with. I'm seeing a whole host of specialists, so all of it's being attended to. But I just wanted to bring it up because I know a lot of people that find my podcast, that follow me on different platforms, they are walking through a season of uncertainty, of difficulty, or maybe they just got to the other side of a really challenging time and they're trying to figure out what's next. So if that is you, I just wanted to let you know I'm in the weeds right now myself, and you're not alone in whatever challenging season you are in, whatever you're struggling with. I think we've all got something going on to some degree. Sometimes it's health, sometimes it's relationships, work, whatever it might be, right? Like we've all got challenges. And I just wanted to share that right now. I'm in the weeds specifically with my health, and I'm figuring it out as I go. And we shall see. I'm sure there will be more updates at some point. But all this to say, right? Like if you've been following me for a while, there's been some episodes and there's kind of been some gaps. And then I'll pop on with an episode or two and then I kind of fade away. And up until the last couple months, I've always been super consistent with this podcast. And the reason that I haven't been is just because I'm working with the energy that I got some days. And some days, yes, I can change my state and I can get into things and get things done. And other days, not so much. So I am trusting my body, the signals that it's giving me. And I know that I'll get to the other side. It'll take some time probably, right? Like it's already been taking some time. So we'll get there. But that is what's going on there. And I want to bring it around to something positive because I am excited about this. And I think it's super important when you are going through a challenging season to have something to look forward to. Something on the calendar, something that you know is going to make you happy. So that for me right now is I am speaking at a Future Fest on January 15th in Charleston, South Carolina. The event is going to bring together small business owners from across the country who care about their communities and the future that we're creating together. So if you are a business owner with fewer than 100 employees and you care about leadership, impact, living a meaningful life, this event is probably going to be a great fit for you. I would love to meet you there. All the details are in the show notes, but the website is just www.afuturefest.com. Link will be in the show notes, so you could just click on it. Check it out. If you are a small business owner, you're looking to connect with other small business owners, and you want to hear what is going on in different industries and what is working for people, and you're going to get real strategies that you can adapt and implement and take away with you, definitely check this out. I'll get to meet you in real life, which is super exciting. Before we wrap things up with a little reflection, I want to share one more thing. So there is something special that I'm doing this month, and I'm excited to do it. It has been on my mind, on my heart for a while, and it's going to be a fun experience. I'm going to be sharing a few holiday-focused episodes to help you stay connected to what matters most in a season that can pull us in so many different directions. I celebrate Christmas, so I will be mentioning Christmas a lot, but know that the reflection that we're doing can be taken into whatever holiday you may be celebrating. I'll tell you more soon, but I just wanted to let you know that something meaningful is on the way. There's so many things that tell us how to plan our holiday season, what we need to consider and think about. And then all of a sudden December hits and we're, hustling and bustling and being pulled in a million different directions, and all those intentions and all those plans that we had sometimes go out the window. Or we end up with so much on our plate that we don't have any time for ourselves. So these holiday episodes are going to be just a little pocket of time that you can carve out to take for yourself. You will see those very, very soon. I have been asking myself one question every day. I mean, I ask myself more than one question every day, but there's been one question that has been serving me well through this season. I want to share it with you. It helps me figure out what's best for me today with what I'm working with today. It's this constant recalibration. And for me, it's just been helpful to really drill down to what matters right now. So here's the question I want to leave you with today. What do I most need in this season of my life, and how can I honor that need today? What do I most need in this season of my life, and how can I honor that need today? So just get out a journal, piece of paper, and just write what comes up. This is going to help you figure out, with your energy, with what you've got going on in your life, with everything that's happening around you, what do you have the capacity and the desire for right now? So what do I need most in this season of my life, and how can I honor that need today? And we're focusing down to today, because when we're stressed out, we can start thinking I got to get this done. I got to get this done. I have to be there. And we start thinking in the future, and it all feels so overwhelming. So rather than get in that space where our minds are running a million miles a minute and we're worried about everything that we have to do and everything that we can't do, we're just going to drill down to the here and the now. What do I need most in this season of my life, and how can I honor that need today? And this is about giving yourself what you need. I hope you find this question helpful. I hope that you find some relief in the answers that come up on the page. If this episode helped you at all, maybe reconnect with yourself, think about something, I want to make sure that you are subscribed. So hit subscribe, hit follow, so you can watch the episodes as they come out. And if you want space to write, to reflect, to connect with others that love to use writing to connect with their intuition, I want you to join us inside the Writing Wild Society. I hope to see you there. Thank you again for tuning in. I am so happy and so grateful to be back here with you, and I will see you next week.